just wanted to give you a quick review of the C3 Pro Schuberth helmet. And the way I was going to do this was just give a comparison to the Schuey that I've had for the last 2 years. I bought the Schuey from Helmet City from their stand at the NEC a couple of years ago. It cost about 300 quid, and looking on the computer there, they're about 200 now. It's the XR 1100. I wanted the C3 Pro, A, flip up lid, and B, I could also put in a comms unit. So I'll explain to you about it as a lid as I go. But just to give you the comparison, it's easier to just say, oh, what a fantastic lid this is. Instead, it's just, I give you what it's like for like out on the road. Weight-wise, the Schuey XR 1100, I would say the XR 1100, and for what it says on the side, it is slightly lighter, but it's only discernibly, you can't really tell while riding in it. I rode it back from the show, so I've done about 150 miles in this one. I can tell you that the feel of it, it doesn't have the sort of quality feel of the Schuey. In as much as, what I mean by that is the Schuey, their system, like the visor's really, really tight, and you can feel that it's pretty sturdy. And if you move the visor on this, you can see it's pretty easy to move. And actually, when it was moving up, when I was out on the road, I actually didn't think it was on properly because it seemed so flexible. But anyway, apart from that, the rest of it's pretty good. Noise-wise, to start with, I was told that the C3 Pros were the quietest on the market. I bought it from helmetcity.co.uk, but I bought it from their stand, as I said, at NEC. I was told they were the quietest on the market, and if you can see underneath, they've got big chin guards, which basically stop the airflow through. I ride a multi-strata 1200, and essentially I have it that the screen is probably about here, and the air then pushes down onto your visor and keeps it clean if it's raining. But it's not noise free. And to be honest with you, I rode it back without plugs down the motorway, doing about sort of 70 to 80 miles an hour. My ears were ringing at the end of it. So I still personally wouldn't wear it without earplugs. It is still, you know, if you're doing an hour and a half riding, motorway riding, your ears are going to be ringing. It is quieter than this without earplugs. You don't get the high-pitched wind noise, but you do get the booming, the deep boom in it. But yeah, it's a different sound. It's slightly quieter, but there's no way it's a non-earplug bike unless you're just cruising. There's no way it's a non-earplug helmet unless you're just cruising around town. So that's it for noise. Weight-wise, I said it's about the same. Now, vent-wise, it's nowhere near as good. This helmet, the XR11, has vents on the back, exhausting vents and front vents, and that is excellent. And I've been all round. If you're in summer in Europe, it's great to have that back vents open. This has only got one vent at the top with a few different settings. Two settings. And I just can't imagine that's going to be as good venting as having all these exhaust vents. It has got a spoiler like this at the back as well, so it's got like an integrated spoiler as well, and that does, your helmet does stay really, really stable. So for stability, it's great. It's as good as the Schuey. I mean, that was about 300 quid. They're only a couple of hundred now. This one I got as a deal at $399 in the colour it was, the C3 Pro. But it's a good, a good lid. So this does seem a bit flimsier. When you're actually wearing the helmet, it's a lot snugger than the equivalent Schuey. It just really feels a lot tighter around the front of the head for me. We're all different shapes. That's a little bit looser, that's tighter, but after 150 miles it was still no bother. You've got venting on the front here, just a little vent, seems to work really well. It comes straight up through this these grills here. That seems to work really well. The pin lock is absolutely fantastic. Just didn't have any bother with it. And this one here in the Schuey, I've always had a problem with it. You see, it's a really wide pin lock, so there's not much top or bottom that's not pin locked, but it just always messed up. I've tried everything that I can conceivably do, buying a new pin lock, adjusting the pins, and it just always seems to mess up. But I didn't have this problem with this one. You've also got an integrated visor, which I wanted. Sun visor, and it seems a fairly easy operation because it's got quite a big push and pull lever on the bottom, so it seems pretty easy just to push back and forward, which is good with your gloves on. So overall, I would say it's a really good helmet. It doesn't have that quality feel of a Schuey, and the sharp rating on it as well is not as good. Which does sort of trouble me. Stickers all glow as well, but yeah, it's a nice looking lid on. To get the actual flip up, you've got this little red catch here. It's easy enough to do to bring it up, and that is really handy as well. But yeah, you have to flip it up to get it on. It's quite sort of troublesome compared to one of these to put on. I don't know why. I think it's just getting used to having an open face. It's really plush inside as well. So yeah, it really does cos it your head well. So that's it really for the C3 Pro. Helmet City, bought it for. They did a deal on it. It was $399 that I bought it for, with integrated. I bought some comms on top of it, which I'll do another review on, which I fitted into the helmet, which was not quite as easy as what they said it would be. So there you go. There is the Schuberth C3 Pro review. As I said, it's lovely getting to a petrol station as well and flipping that front lid up. It's great out on the road, and you know, for an hour and a half, 2 hours riding, didn't have any bother with it. So I would recommend that as a really good flip up lid if you want something instead of a full face. And if you're out riding a lot with your mates, it's so much nicer. I love just pulling it up at the garage, speaking to your mate, putting in the petrol. It's a lot easier at the petrol station than do. So there you go. There's the review for the C3 Pro. Thank you.